Good morning students. So today's topic I am discussing periodic classification. What are the most important topic which you will prepare for your upcoming IIT exam. So first is ionization enthalpy. You know what is ionization enthalpy? It is the minimum amount of energy required to remove the most loosely bound electron from a gaseous isolated atom. So in IIT generally they ask the first ionization enthalpy, exceptional cases, or they ask the second ionization enthalpy. So keep in mind student the sequence, the trends of ionization enthalpy in the periodic table. Next they ask is electron gain enthalpy. It is the change in energy when an electron is added to a isolated gaseous atom or ion. So that is electron gain enthalpy to form an ion. It can be either negative or positive depending upon the species that is formed is more stable or less stable. Chlorine has the maximum negative electron gain enthalpy, even more than that of fluorine. So the trends of electron gain enthalpy, like the second electron gain enthalpy of oxygen is positive. That has been asked in IIT, so do keep it in mind. Next is electronegativity. As we know, it is the ability of an atom to pull the shared pair of electron towards itself. It is the ability of an atom to pull the shared pair of electron towards itself. It is a qualitative measurement, and the widely used scale to measure electronegativity is Pauling scale. So there are so many other scales like Mulliken scale, Alrod-Rocco scales, and Pauling. Pauling is the most widely used scale for measuring electronegativity. In the Pauling scale, the most electronegative element is fluorine, followed by oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, etc. So you have to remember the electronegativity sequence also for few electronegativity value for few elements, which will be helpful to decide whether the bond is polar, non-polar. Okay. Next is atomic size. Atomic size, the trends that from top to bottom in a group atomic size increases. There are certain exceptions like gallium is smaller than aluminum, that you must keep in mind, that has been asked in IIT. Next is isoelectronic species. You must know that you will have every time you will find question based on isoelectronic species as well as ionic sizes. So one of the question of IIT, they have asked the ionic sizes based on your lanthanoid contraction also. So as atomic number increases, atomic size decreases in case of lanthanoids, and this is also they are valid for the 3+ state also. So cerium is larger than tin, tin is larger than ytterbium, ytterbium is larger than lutetium. In one of the question of IIT, lanthanum 3+, the size of lanthanum 3+ was given, that is 1.06 angstrom, and they were asking to figure out the lutetium 3+. So as you know, from lanthanum to lutetium the size decreases due to poor shielding. So lutetium 3+ will be smaller than lanthanum, so the answer will be 0.35 angstrom. Next they asked, like 2 years they have asked amphoteric oxide. So zinc oxide is an amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric oxides are those oxides which react with acid as well as bases. Here zinc oxide reacts with HCl to form zinc chloride plus water, and zinc oxide reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium zincate plus hydrogen gas. One important question they have asked is to arrange them in increasing acidic strength. So as the non-metallic character increases, the acidic nature also increases. So you can see that alumina being an amphoteric oxide, silica, P2O3 and SO2 acidic strength increases as non-metallic character increases. You have to also keep in mind that lanthanoid contraction, which is an important topic for your upcoming IIT exam, and you have to know due to lanthanoid contraction, zirconium and hafnium have almost equal size, due to which their physical and chemical properties are so similar that it is very difficult to separate them. Therefore, they are also called twins of the periodic table. Few questions has been asked based on diagonal relationship. You can watch my previous video from diagonal relationship that will help you solve the question based on diagonal relationship. So I hope, student, this is very useful for you for your upcoming IIT exam. So do keep it in mind that these are the topics from which questions will be coming in your upcoming exam. So do like and subscribe my channel for more such videos. Thank you, students.